So big day yesterday, obviously a big trend day in the market. Erased the downtrend day from Monday. Now we're kind of right back up, almost where the downtrend day started on
below the 84.6 expectation.
Last Tuesday. This is very unusual market action in terms of the number of trend days we're experiencing in such a short period of time. Usually you get a couple of trend days in a month. But, you know, it was interesting. If we go back, we had this huge move from 263 to 255 Monday morning. We had the bounce back to the 258 level. 258 level held the next morning. We closed strong. And then some headlines out of China got us a 40-handle gap, which pretty much in the pre-market had us right back down where the bounce started from the prior day. And when the market opened, the first move was up, second move was up, consolidation, and then the close was even the biggest up. So just from a general point, when the market gaps down like that, I mean, people are nervous and fearful, and prices are low, and buying steps in. A lot of times that buying was going to happen, we closed strong the prior day, and the buying was going to happen here, and that would have pushed us up to this resistance from the prior day. The speed and the size of that move in the morning, a lot of that you contribute to that there just was people who came into the day really willing to, with buy orders and not too many sell orders, and they're just, the lack of supply in terms of the sell orders created the size of this move. Now I know my mindset certainly was to look for the short initially on the open. When I saw that most stocks were trading above their VWAP and we very easily pushed through 258, you probably saw me flip from short to long right here, right around the 258 level. And that kept me out of trouble. Obviously the rest of the day, other than the failure at 261, there really wasn't too much pushback. And even then, if you go to the 5 minute, you can kind of see, because again, I did happen to pop back on the desk right when we were at 261 and I caught this down move, but to me, it was short and try to catch the pullback into 260, 259 and a half and see if we can take out the morning high or the midday high. And that's what you got. So you had the big trend in the morning. You had the drift back into the morning consolidation. And then as soon as this ignites right here and takes out the high, you're thinking obviously 262 is the big level from at least the last couple of weeks. And then when it consolidates there and makes a new high, really the next thing's, well, 263 was a little bit of a level from the downtrend day. But there was no reason to stay short after we pulled back into consolidation and started to break up to the upside again. So it's one of those tremendous days. You shouldn't feel bad if you kind of didn't capture most of it. As long as you were mentally flexible and kind of realized once we started to hold above 258 and made new highs that the buyers were in control, that's fine. Coming into today, we're extended, but if this is the beginning, let's go to a daily just to show you, what this looks like. So if this is, kind of a move off of the bottom, and to me, honestly, like, until you see some closes above 265, I'm not really thinking about 268 to 270. But just going to the February low, we had this huge down day. We had the gap down, the rally, the gap up the next day. We held for a couple of days and then moved higher. So we could see something like that, where we're gapping up this morning to like here. We could see a couple of days like this. And then if it breaks to the upside, yeah, you can definitely get something like that. Or if we break to the downside, it's maybe a test of 259, 260, something like that. But certainly we want to look for a compression of volatility after strong buying like that. Now, look, it's possible we can just go up today like this, have a little bit more up than that, and just start one of these small climbs back up into the 268 to 270 area. But that's a big move, and you could see a little bit of selling and cautiousness after that. This downtrend is broken from the last 2 weeks now. So even if I'm shorting on the open here into 266, I'm not really looking for that big of a pullback. Maybe 264.70, 264.50, something like that. into here. All right, VXX, obviously that's getting obliterated. Maybe we get a flush on the open at the mid 47s right into here. Going to pop back to this area right here, kind of where it closed yesterday. Obviously, if the sellers maintain control and then the market's strong, you could see a drift all the way back down into 46, 46 and a half right here. So still before earnings season, not a lot of fresh news. We did have Facebook after the close. And so the way I look at this is the down move, kind of the big short play happened on the gap down from 184, 185. And we had the big move over a couple of days. We had the snapback, we had the retest of the low, we had the second wave, and then we had this bottoming process. Whereas yesterday was actually one of the weakest stocks in the market in the morning when other things were rallying. Played catch up in the afternoon, and then the news broke after close. And basically what Zuckerberg said was, with this negative press, it hasn't impacted their numbers. And so the way I've been looking at, I'm not sure if I talked about this in any of the morning meetings, but the way I've been looking at this since the news broke, all the negative news flow, in order to get that next wave of down from this area to much lower prices, we were going to have to see it start to reflect in some of their future earnings reports. As Zuckerberg comes out after the close and says, no dice, our earnings reports are going to be fine, I still think it trades at a discount to kind of this area here. But if we think about it in terms of percentages, well, first of all, with the market sell-off, probably was going to go down to 170 anyway, right? So it gets a little bit complicated. So putting aside the news, just with the market sell-off, probably would have come down into 170, 172. So to me, that kind of caps the upside. You know, I think if it continues to rally up, I think this area here is probably going to be very shortable until we get the next earnings report. And I do think from a short-term perspective, meaning today, tomorrow, the rallies up much higher than here into, let's say, 163 plus, this area right here. That's probably very shortable. Basically, right here, 62 and a half to 64. Again, it's already up $6. I'm sure there's people going to be looking to short it on the open. I'm not enamored with the short unless you really see some weakness below 160, like into here, and then it comes back up and fails here. And then I would start to think about the bigger pull-in. So maybe right on the open, it breaks to the upside, somewhere to 62, 63, fails there. Then I like kind of the risk reward with a move back in closer to 160. All right, FNSR. So this one was trading in the mid-20s last time I was trading it, and then it broke below 20. Let's take a look at the daily. Got oversold. It got a couple of upgrades. So, yeah, I mean, this gapped up on some news. Actually, pretty sure I shorted this right here, that pop. It came down. Here's the gap up in earnings. Just a nasty downtrend with a lot of pops. Morgan Stanley and one other firm came out positive on it today, so it seems like maybe that could be enough for it to get back up into this kind of area here and start to catch up to the downtrend. So a couple of days ago, it topped out here, 1580. In these situations where it's just an upgrade, I'd like to see a little bit of selling on the open. Maybe it comes down, you know, below 1550, flushes to here, just to get a better risk to reward. But I do think a couple of upgrades, people see how beaten down it is. They see the market, the big size of the rally yesterday. into some weakness into here buying it, you could easily catch a move back up to 16. And then if it closes up there, maybe we get some follow through in the next day or so into this area here. I would think above 1650 though, would be fadeable. And then the next one is MU. UBS, who had no ratings on semiconductor stocks, decided to come out and rate a series of 6 or 8 of them today. It put sells on MU and TXN, I believe. So I think that should create probably a buying opportunity. And again, we've been hawking this from around 50 for the last few days. I still have some options that expire next week at the strike right here. So we'll see if this downgrade or initiation of a sell puts a damper on it. I've been waiting for it to get back above $53 and start to hold above 53. I really think Con is not a good stock to trade. We talk about it every once in a while, but it's extremely difficult stock. So maybe if it behaves after the open and is in a tight consolidation, I would look at it. But more than likely, if you try to trade on the open, you'll lose money. So if you get above 53 into the close, my thought was, I'm still long some from $50. My thought was maybe a flush right on the open closer to 50 would be viable and look for it to rally back above 53. I didn't look at IWM, which is coming into 153. Let's just take a quick look at the 30-minute. And this is the downtrend, just like the SPYs. It broke out of its downtrend over the last 2 weeks. Now it's coming into 153. Anyway, I would watch this area right in here, this band here, I think is a spot where it potentially could fail and roll back over to like 152 to 151.5.
Hope you enjoyed that video. You can actually watch that video if you're subscribed to our Trader 90 before the market even opens. What stocks are in play? What levels in those stocks are important? And how we might go about attacking that stock. That's Steve Spencer, 20-year veteran trader, laying it out there every morning before the market even opens. A really, really powerful tool to start your session off on the right foot. So right now we're offering a trial that you can take advantage of to access this meeting and other meetings throughout the day. We have a meeting at 11 a.m. Eastern where you can sit down with Mike Bellafiore and listen to him talk about what's going on during the morning session, what stocks were in play, what the best trade opportunities were, as well as maybe some things that we're looking at heading into the afternoon session. So I really encourage you to take advantage of that trial.